Hello and welcome back, and in this video we're going to continue the exploration of PhaseAnimator. And for this example we're going to create a sequence of characters and play the animation for them using the PhaseAnimator modifier. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna keep our animate state property because that's gonna act as a trigger, but we're gonna also create a new variable, and this one is gonna be called DT array. It's basically devtechie array, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna spell out devtechie. So all right, so this is going to be the array that we're going to use basically as the sequence for our PhaseAnimator. Okay, as you already know that PhaseAnimator basically takes a sequence, and the sequence can be of any type. So far we have seen only the numeric type, but we can actually use characters or strings as the values that we want to animate over in the PhaseAnimator. Okay, so I'm gonna remove all these, and we are basically going to simply create the PhaseAnimator. Okay, and we're going to create PhaseAnimator using PhaseAnimator struct rather than using the modifier. All right, and this works exactly same except basically it takes the array and it has a view that we actually can create inside the content view. So where we were getting the reference of proxy view, in this case we can actually create our own view, and that view is created only one time, so it's already memory efficient and everything. So you don't have to worry about view being created over and over. It's only created once, and then the phases basically take over and they are applied on the same view. Okay, so we're going to create the PhaseAnimator. The phases are going to be basically the DT array, and for the content we actually get the character that we are going to phase over. Okay, and I'm going to remove this placeholder, and we are also going to add trigger, and we're gonna say trigger is gonna be the animate. So whenever animate is changing, the state of the animate very property wrapper is changing, at that time we're gonna trigger this animation. Okay, now for the view itself we're gonna create a Z stack, and inside the Z stack we're gonna create a circle. Let's fill the circle with orange color. We're going to set the gradient and opacity to 0.5. And then also let's give it a frame and width of 200 points. Okay, next we are going to create an image view, and we're going to use system name for the image, and we're going to basically leverage the character SF symbol. So SF symbol has all these characters A to Z, and we can basically get the character, make sure it's lowercase just for safety, and then what we're going to do is we are going to basically we're going to apply we're going to apply a symbol variant. So all these characters have a variant called circle. Basically the character itself is circled, and as you can see that our view is basically appearing. Now Here we actually said character dot lowercase. The expectation is it's going to basically have a lowercase character, but that's only the name of the symbol itself. Okay, the symbol itself represents a capital case of the character. Okay, A B C D, or the alphabet basically. A B C D, like it's in like capital case, or like uppercase. Okay, so our symbol is really small. Let's go ahead and adjust the size using font modifier, and we're gonna set the system size of 200 points, so it takes like exactly the same amount of space as the circle itself. Okay, and then we're gonna set the foreground style. Foreground color is now deprecated, so Apple is encouraging you to use foreground style, and most of the people are already using it, so there is no impact there. But if you are using foreground color, please switch to foreground style, because that gives you a little bit more flexibility. All right, as you can see, now our view has changed for its foreground style, and we have indigo setting on the top of orange background. All right, now we're gonna add the animation phase for the PhaseAnimator, and we get the access to each character in the animation. And what we want to do is we want to actually apply switch on character, and we want to say whenever certain character appears, we actually are going to give a different animation and a different and a speed, so we can actually create the variation of how the animations and the speed are gonna be. So case when D in the character in the phase appears, basically create a bouncy animation with speed of 0.2. All right, I'm gonna copy this. Actually, I'm gonna put this in same line, so we have single line for each character. Okay, and there's also going to be a default case because we are dealing with characters. So yeah, basically switch statement needs to know where all these are going to end. And right now the complaint is basically the case is already handled. So why do we have that? Well, we're going to change it. So next one is E, V, T, E, C, H, I, and one more. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and put that, and I'm going to show you what the issue that basically the compiler is going to complain about something, and I want to show you what it is. So compiler is going to complain that this literal is already handled, so there's no point having it here because it's not gonna reach at this point. So we can safely remove the repeated character. Okay, and now with that we should have all the unique characters, and we can actually define the animation for each of them. And this is going to act as the phase for each of the character that that PhaseAnimator is gonna enter, and the animation is gonna be played. So ease in, we're gonna try ease in and out. We're gonna try ease out. Spring, let's try snappy, and also try smooth. Okay, and let's change these timings a bit. So 0.3, 0.1, 0. Some random numbers I'm gonna take. 0.2, 3, and 2 is okay. All right. Now our PhaseAnimator is defined, so let's go ahead and collapse these, and what we want to do is we want to attach on tap gesture on this PhaseAnimator, which is basically going to be essentially the view itself. Whenever user taps on the view, then we're going to toggle the state of the animate flag. Okay, so tap gesture, and we're going to say animate dot toggle. Okay, All right, with that, let's go ahead and try this out. So I'm gonna tap on it, and as you can see, slowly we're gonna phase into different characters, and animation is applied at different speed for each of the character, and at the end your animation is gonna basically come back and stop at the beginning where the phase actually starts. So PhaseAnimator always reverts to its original state after playing the entire animation. Alright, with that, we actually saw another example of PhaseAnimator. There's one last example that I want to show you basically, and this one is the phase between different photos. So I want to show you, like, you can use this with photos as well, and then that's going to be the last one around the PhaseAnimator. Okay, last video, around the topic of PhaseAnimator. So I'll see you guys in the next video, where we're going to be talking about the image resources and iterating over image resources using the PhaseAnimator. Right, thank you.